to get the white cross, so you should already have that. Again, we do not care about any of those four corners at this time, but it is time for us to work on solving the top layer. So getting those corner pieces in the correct spot. Obviously we want them all to be white, but we also need them to be the same color as their, if you look at the faces over here. So for example, I know that this has to be white on top. If I'm thinking about which two colors these need to be, I need to look at that face. So for example, this should be white, and this is the blue face, and you can see that this one is blue. This should also be blue. This is the orange face, so this one needs to be orange. So we need the white, blue, orange piece. Okay, so right now I have a white piece up here, but it's actually red and green, so it does not go there. I can actually see my blue, white, and orange piece that I need right below it, which is actually the perfect spot. This is where I mentioned in the 2x2 videos that it is really important that you know how to do the 2x2 because this step will help you tremendously. If you remember on the 2x2, it was the, I'll make it wrong really quick. It was this corner. I said if this corner is in the wrong spot, you need the white one to be on one of these two sides. So that should be ringing a bell. That is exactly what we need here. So here's my incorrect corner, just like the 2x2. I need the white piece that I'm looking for, so the white, blue, orange, to be, here's my corner, that's incorrect. I need it to be on one of these two sides down here, okay? Just like the last video. I happen to already have it here. Sometimes like if it was over here, it's not in the right spot. It needs to be on one of these, so either right here or right here. So we can just move it so that it's in one of those two spots, okay? And it is right down here where I need it to be. So we're gonna do the same thing as before. I'm gonna hold the left side. I'm gonna move this layer down and notice where that white piece went. So when I move this down, my white piece is over here. I'm going to bring it over here, line it up with those oranges and bring it up. And now I have a corner, okay? And I can see that they're correct because they should all line up, okay? And we're not worried about this edge piece yet. But what we're actually trying to do, I call this the T. So we are looking for, this is the T. It lines up with my white side and whatever side I have, it looks like a T. So that's what I'm doing when I work on my corners. So I almost have the T here. I need to get this last piece into place. Notice that in the video earlier, this one was already in place. So that might happen sometimes. So I didn't even have to do anything there, but I just put this corner here and we're gonna find another corner. So if I look at this corner piece, I can tell that it obviously needs to be white. But if I look at this face, it needs to be red here, and I look at this face, it needs to be blue here. So I'm looking for the white, red, blue piece. So it might be on the bottom, it could be anywhere in the cube. Notice it's actually over here in this corner. Okay, I really need it to be on the bottom layer, and I really need it to be on one of those two sides. So I am actually gonna I'm gonna turn this, I'm gonna do the same move that I did before, but I'm really just doing that move to get this one down into this layer. I'm not trying to put it in the correct spot right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that move I showed you before, and I'm gonna move this side down. Now, normally I might bring something into place. I'm just gonna try to get rid of this piece, okay? And then I'm gonna pull that side back up so I still have my white cross, okay? Now what I've done is I've moved that into the bottom layer, which makes it much easier for me to put in the correct place. If you remember, I was looking for this corner, and I need it to be, if I'm holding this incorrect piece in the bottom right, and I'm gonna move one of my two, I need that white face to be on one of these two sides. So it's not there right now, it's actually way back here. So I'm gonna turn it, okay? It's still not on one of these two sides. I'm going to turn it again, okay? And now it's exactly where I need it to be on one of those two sides. I'm gonna do that same move. I'm gonna bring this down, bring that piece over, and then pull that back up, and I'm almost done. I have one more corner. As you can see in this corner, I need white, I need green, and I need red, okay? And that white, green, red piece is down here. I saw that white piece. So if I'm holding this where this is the incorrect corner in the bottom right, I need that white piece to be on one of these two sides, either here or here. So I need to move it, still not in one of these two. So I'm gonna try and move that bottom layer again. And now it is on one of those two sides, it's over here. So I'm gonna take this side, the right side, I'm gonna bring it down, bring that white piece over to align with the other white pieces and bring it up. And that is our top layer of the cube. And I do all of that just with intuition without the book, but you can see I have the T, I have my T on all of those. So I am ready to start solving my middle layer.